We know that many of you need to be able to share outside of UCSD in order to work with other jurisdictions. Perhaps you're part of a university group, such as a master's program, or you're just sharing with other colleagues. But we don't always want to type in those individual email addresses because it's a large group. So let's imagine you've been asked to present at a conference. Congratulations, you, in all the amazing work you do. Let's look at how we can share that with a broader audience. So one of the things you're going to note is once you're inside the file that you are using and you want to be able to share with the world, of course you can click that share button and you're going to see that we can type in those individual people. You can see here that I'm working with a colleague from another school division. I have everyone in here. And when I go ahead and I want to be able to change this, I can see I'm only going to see restricted or ECSD because that's going to be the sharing settings that you're going to have for that particular file. You won't have access to anyone with the link in view. So what you're going to do is you have a couple of choices. You can simply create the presentation you know that you're going to be doing inside of a personal account. So I have my personal Google account here, and of course I can create the presentation right from here. But maybe I've already done all the work. I've already created everything, and I just want to be able to share it. I don't want to have to start over again. Well, we're going to do a couple of things. First off, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share the file and I'm going to type in my personal Gmail account that I want to be able to share this with. So I'm going to go ahead and type in that Gmail account as an editor. Once I send that to my personal account, it will give me a warning. I can say share anyway. And now what I'll be able to do when I open up my personal account is I can see what's been shared with me and I'll be able to add it. Now that I can see that file that's been shared with me, what's really important is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make a copy. So this is going to break all contact with the original. This is my own copy of this file that I'm now going to be able to use and share as I need to for the conference or the university. So if I go in here, I'm going to be able to see the copy of my file waiting for me. Now when I open my file, it's a brand new copy. No one has access to it. It's completely restricted. So when I hit share, I'm going to see my personal sharing settings from my personal Google account. So I'm going to see I can change it to anyone with the link. That means there's no login required. Anyone with the link can view. And now when I go to a conference or I'm sharing for university, I will be able to do that without restriction. The other thing that you can do is inside of your account, you also have the option of downloading it. I can say file, download. I can convert it to Microsoft PowerPoint, so it'll be in a PowerPoint format. So just remember, it might change some fonts, or if you have any embedded videos, that will disappear. But then, of course, I can use our OneDrive share settings in order to share out an anonymous link that will be expiring after 15 days. So just remember, it's a couple of extra steps for those rare instances that we'll be sharing with a large group of other colleagues or teachers, or perhaps at a conference. So you will need to be able to create your own personal Google account, which it's free to be able to do that. But just remember, when we're sharing things anonymously, be so careful that there is no sensitive student information. Is this something that should be shared? Is this something a large audience is allowed to be able to see?